Welcome to 24 Days of Drops, an Animal Crossing New Horizons advent calendar that reveals a new build for a differently themed island entrance each day until Christmas. Are you ready for today's theme? Hi, hello, hi, it is I, today 15. Welcome to day 15. Today we are tackling a theme that has actually been requested by one of you. I had a theme in mind. I was going to do like a witchy celestial kind of mix thingy, and then someone suggested that maybe I could do an entrance that was inspired by the new Netflix series Wednesday, based on Wednesday Abbams, you know her? So we're gonna do a Wednesday inspired island entrance. It's loosely inspired, it's more inspired by the color palette and by the overall kind of like darkness of it. It's not really like, I feel like it's difficult to do a pure like Wednesday kind of thing, and I also haven't seen the entire show. I think I've seen like 2 episodes in preparation of this, but yeah, so it was more inspired by the general vibe that I was getting. So it's going to be like a witchy island entrance, and I actually really like how this turned out. This is a rather quick build, by the way. I feel like I want to call out more how long certain builds took me, because that might be a criteria that you might be looking for when you're looking for a new island entrance idea. This build took me roughly 2 hours, but also I do have a modded Switch, so that helped me a lot with the timely aspect. So maybe this will take you like 2.5, 3 hours. But I really like this. We are going to use a ton of spooky cauldrons and those stunning pot thingies. I'm not even sure what, I think they're just called the metal pots, and because I love them very much, and I feel like the metal pots kind of remind me of urns, because we are going to have some tombstones, obviously. I feel like that kind of just meshes quite well with a witchy theme, to have like a more darker kind of vibe with this, or at least that's what I wanted. I didn't want to do like a cutesy fairy cool kind of one, even though I am kind of tempted to do a fairy cool island entrance. I don't know. It might be because I'm just now craving color after doing this very dark one, but I also really like the like purples and the blacks together with the dark greens. This is also one that I filmed in March, so we finally have some March grass again, and by the end of the tour all the weeds are going to be beautifully grown in with those like pink petals, because I felt like that gave it a nice little softer touch, which I thought was quite cute, because I feel like Wednesday is dark, but it's also kind of like fun. So that's kind of what I wanted to go for. But welcome in, my dear. How are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Is it Wednesday today, by the way? I don't think it is. Oh my god, imagine. I kind of now wanna. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? No, I can't do that though. I really want to post this on a Wednesday now. Really want to post this on the 14th now, but I already have one scheduled, and I did mention that it was the 14th in that video, so I can't really change that anymore. That would have been so perfect. Anyway, it's the second Wednesday of the week, right? Right? Because we have like 7 days in a week, right? And to find like the middle, I mean, the middle would literally be the Thursday. But to find the middle, right, we're going to use 2 days, which is also Thursday. So welcome to a Wednesday build on Thursday. Funny that maybe you are watching this later and it is currently Wednesday for you. Then you are so welcome. You're so welcome. I knew that, right? I knew that in my brain. Yeah, but that's the problem when you are kind of pre-planning, and I am taking like some of your guys' suggestions, and obviously that was just like a nice little coincidence that would have been really, really cute. But anywho, we are now doing a little plaza type of thing, because we are going to create this like witchy cooking stove kind of station. So we're going to use I think it's called the stonework kitchen, which I really, really like, because it meshes quite well with the castle items. I was also going to use the mossy version of the castle items, I think it's called the damaged version, with the red brick and the moss all over it. but I felt like it wasn't dark enough, and I always use those, so I wanted to use some different ones. And I actually am quite happy with this because it matches quite well with this brick path that I'm using, which is stunning, by the way. I really like this brick path, really like the way that it's set up. So as always, the codes are going to be in the description box down below if you're interested. All of these codes are by the same creator, so they're absolutely stunning, except for the wooden planks and the flower codes. Those are still the ones by Boys Crossing that I have used a couple of times, but that will also be in the description box down below, labeled various fillers as always. But yeah, I really just love the mix of the mossy and the black. I feel like it goes quite well together. And then obviously we're gonna have some creepy skeletons around, which also has this mossy texture. And then the tombstones I actually found work quite well in the black version. I completely forgot that the Western style stone and the Zen style stone, which we're going to be using a couple of later on, have a black version with a purple flower on top, which was absolutely brilliant and perfect for this build because that is obviously my color palette that we're using. And I love it so much. It's so pretty. And I mean, it's a tombstone, but it's a pretty one. Pretty one. I mean, tombstones can be pretty, right? That's the last honor that you can give someone, to create a beautiful place for them to rest, I guess. But yeah, this is obviously not the most beautiful place in the world. We are also going to be dropping some style fragments towards the end because I don't know, I felt like it wasn't looking magical enough. And then I think for the final tour, which I haven't filmed up to this point, I need to do that right after I finish recording this voiceover. But I think I'm going to set this to like a 5 a.m. because I feel like the soft blue cold lighting is going to make it a bit more like magical looking. I think that's going to really bring it together. So stay tuned for the final tour, my dear. Yes, yes, indeed. But yeah, I just really enjoy this. I also, I didn't think that this would come to me so naturally because I was a bit in a rush when I was filming this. I cannot lie, because now I am slowly but surely, you know, nearing the end of all my pre-planned builds. So now I have to really, you know, kick myself in the buttocks and just, you know, get building and build the last. I think I still have like 7 builds to film, so I have them all planned out, but you know, it's a lot, which is also why we have started to finally play Planet Zoo on Twitch, and it's been so fun. It's been so fun, even though my stream comeback, if you weren't there, my stream crashed 71 times due to Wi-Fi issues. Quick correction, as we can see here, right, these are all my VODs on Twitch. So this is the fuller number of VODs that I have. These are older VODs. So we still have these 3 that are older, and then from here everything is yesterday's stream, which then would be 117. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. What in the fuck? What the fuck is what I have to say to that. That is ridiculous. Please fix my internet, bitch. No. It was actually hilarious. At one point we were just like, you know what, fuck it. We are going to keep going until we hit 69. And we did. And we actually went over that. We went up to 71, which was incredible. 71 crushes within 4 hours. German internet connections. Are you for real? Like, that's the one thing that we're asking from you. Can you maybe just do the one thing that we're paying you to do, please? I mean, you know, it's cold and stuff. And maybe some of the, what are they called? The internet line thingies. Maybe some of them are frozen. But I feel like, you know, it's 2022. Maybe we could, you know, kind of find a way to not have that happen. Anywho, that was that for my Germany, what the fuck are you doing rant. Back to the build. We are now tucking this in. As per usual, my favorite part is the foliage bit. So we're going to be popping in a couple of those giant vines and the decayed trees in the mossy version, because I just really like how they look. They give it that like weird kind of feeling with like all the branches sticking like in all directions and all the swirly bits on the vines. I really like the combination of those. Also, like, it just makes it feel a bit darker and breaks up the foliage bits, makes it a bit more interesting than just having trees. And obviously I'm going to use tons of the wheat fields, because what would one of my builds be without the wheat fields, right? We can also ignore me popping in some of the items to the left. Like, for example, I did pop in like the Western style stone, the Zen style stone, and the mush log and stuff, but we're gonna pick that up because I wanted to have a stone table. I nearly said stone circle. A stone table set up in the middle here so that the witch could, you know, do some experiments, brew. Can you brew some potions? How do you make potions? I think it's make potions. With the lab experiment set, and also I used the fortune telling set. I was going to also pop some of the glowing moss jars in, but they just look weird because I don't like how the tiny items in this game look so weird, sitting like in the middle of this gigantic tile that they take up. Like, I feel like that should easily be like a quarter tile item. It shouldn't be a full tile item, but sadly we don't have quarter tile items. Imagine you could pop like 4 or at least a half tile item, right? But just pop like 4 in one tile. How cute would that be? Imagine how cute that would be. And like in all different colors. Oh, that would be so beautiful for like a fairy core theme, to have like these clusters of little jars right next. Oh, that would be adorable. Oh, I would love that so much, because you can customize the glowing moss jars into like all the different colors. Oh, that would be so wonderful. Please, Nintendo, please give us quarter tile placement in the next game, or at least half tile placement. I begs. But yeah, anyway, but also like I always beg for these things because you see them in other games, like for example The Sims and stuff, but then I feel like it won't be Animal Crossing anymore, right? It will kind of take away from the charming simplicity that this game has, I think. So I don't know, like as much as I'd like that, I feel like then it wouldn't feel like Animal Crossing anymore. So maybe I should stop wishing for those things and just, when I want to do more detailed stuff, focus on other games like The Sims and Planet Zoo. But yeah, still, I wanted to touch on that tunnel thingy that I did, because I never thought to just row and like queue up those ruined arches right next to each other, like right behind each other. They look so nice, and they create this cute little tunnel. Close up, they don't look the best, I can't lie, but I like how they look from afar, because it looks like the staggered, layered kind of textured tunnel, which I really like. Also, we are gonna pop some custom designs underneath, so don't you worry, it's not gonna stay empty. We're gonna do that in just a second. But I just alternated the ruined arches, so one I placed forward, the other one backwards, so that the vines on them wouldn't all have the same orientation. It looked a bit more realistic, and I don't know, I felt like that was a nice way to transition into the next area if this was an island that you would continue to do, right? Yes. But anywho, we are just gonna tack this in to left and right, finish up some details, drop the star fragments, do all the good stuff. And then we are already approaching the end of this build, my sweet honey bun. So I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave you with a montage of this final video that we uploaded on a Thursday, even though it's about Wednesday. And yeah, take care of yourself, my dear. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't flopped over to Twitch, I would recommend and want you to do so, because we'd love to see you there. And maybe you can join us for some Planet Zoo or ACNH madness. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, my dear. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Bye.